Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
First carry for Najee Harris.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Ready. 38. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now here's for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
Flushed out right.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
2nd and 3.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw here.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
Let's go.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 86 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Richardson on 3rd and short.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Play action. Now Richardson.
Out to his left.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
The Colts had a woeful 2-9 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind.
Touchdown, Indianapolis!
Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Harris running straight ahead.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Richardson off the play fake. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jamie Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll drop to throw.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
Taylor and his teammates.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Able to find his man, Woods.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Running left, Taylor.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And he'll find Pittman.
And they're going to have themselves themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
Richardson to throw off play action.
On the move to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Second down, here's Richardson.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
They go play action with Richardson.
Steps away. And he's going to go down again.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
3rd and long for Richardson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across mid. Second and 6.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown, Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, 30 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
John Franklin Myers. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Richardson looking to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. Boswell's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Daniel Jones leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Off play action. Richardson
Rolling to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Ready. 95.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Quiddy Pay. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Richardson. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And that will be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now out come the Steelers.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
Here's 2nd and 8. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown!
Pat Freiermuth.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Richardson working from the gun. Got an open man. It's Strawn.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Richardson off the play fake.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Alex Highsmith able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down as this complete to Woods.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Steelers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ready. 52 blue. Ready.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
He'll drop to throw. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's Washington.
And the Steelers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him.
It is, he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They'll run with Hunt on second down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Caught by Woods. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Richardson now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he's going to get this down near the 25. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of... So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. From the 36, McCoy. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. B.J. Hill able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now McCoy. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
2nd and 5.
Here's McCoy.
On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And Woods has it complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. McCoy.
Open man is Palmer. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Second down. Here's an option right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. McCoy. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing again on 2nd down. McCoy, a quick throw, but incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Big 13. Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
That's caught right side by Palmer. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, McCoy. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Oilers have moved out in front.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Blankenship out for the point after.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They go play action with Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And now out comes Houston.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 25 on 2nd down, McCoy. Harris has it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw again on second down. McCoy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, this is Harris. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll run on first down with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on second down. McCoy. And McCoy loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Back to throw. McCoy. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
Houston set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He'll keep it himself.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCoy. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Houston's offense taking over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. On 1st down, McCoy over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up, but obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Oilers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Davis.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, McCoy. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and on the give. This is Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get things started in the heartland, Kansas City, as they're at home to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. David Montgomery closing in on 100 yards rushing on the afternoon. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. The Titans showed flashes this year, but ultimately they were doomed by too many mistakes, though a victory there will end their season at 8-9. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And Davis has it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Devon Hamilton. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. They'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. First down, and they go back to Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
from just shy of midfield. McCoy. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Back to throw. McCoy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. And they run with Harris off the option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Here's the option play now to the left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCoy. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. McCoy. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Palmer. A 5-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Under pressure, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now on 2nd and 16, McCoy. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. McCoy over the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. McCoy. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Houston. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And so after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even
touchdown Raiders! Darren Waller, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now McCoy. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Here's McCoy. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 111 yards rushing for him now to this point.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to try and take off with it.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for our visitors, they finish up.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Indians.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week.
18 carries, 60 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
From the 29, Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that would draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space.
But really, it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
Play action now. Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, and whatever they said appears to have worked.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because, you know, those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
The Colts had 2-10 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Now it's Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Back to the air with Richardson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down in defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quiddy Pay make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll work down inside the 45. 2nd and 8.
Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
On first down, Richardson
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Richardson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Richardson on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, it's Richardson. And he's got Pierce.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Colts are back within a score.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
The zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Richardson off the play fake. That's complete to Pierce.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Prescott on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Prescott.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
They go play action with Richardson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Come on. 60
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Dorrance Armstrong coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Touchdown, Colts!
Mike Strong,
31 yards.
And the Colts have taken the lead.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because Every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott on play action. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen with Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw, Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
as you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Second down, here's Richardson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Davis. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. 13-3, the final score. And then lastly, we wrap up this first week of December with Monday Night Football. It's the Saints and Bucks from down in Tampa. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On third down, here's Richardson.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop to throw. Cooks on the quick slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Colts coming out now.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Richardson on the bootleg here.
He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Oh, able to avoid him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Richardson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Richardson looking to throw. And that'll be taken in by Strong. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Richardson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Richardson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox from 4 yards out. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Richardson will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can find